Hi everybody, it's Expendable here with my ship that I've been working on for several weeks now. I call it the Xperion 721. Used to call it the Theo class frigate, but I've kind of changed that right now. I just jumped across the walkway there, and here you can see the walkway retracting. This is a space station that I'm working on. It's not yet finished. It's kind of roughed out right now. Once the walkway is fully retracted, we'll unlock the mag locks on the landing gear. You'll see that in a second. Go from yellow, or from green to yellow, and then they just turned off there. And now we're thrusting up. I actually like to turn off the inertia dampeners when I maneuver in and out of the ship. I'll flip them on to help me come to a stop. But I like doing it that way. Now you just saw the landing gear retract, and you saw the landing gear doors close. So the landing gear is completely contained within inside the ship now when they're retracted. Now we're backing the ship out. I like a nice gradual approach and departure. That way I'm less likely to run into something. Pretty much right now it's just drifting out the back. I just applied a little bit of thrust and I'll let it drift out. And you see this huge opening in this station. This is a fairly big asteroid that I've been working on. I'm not really happy with it. I may start over. I don't know. We'll see. Once we get backed out of ways, I will give you a full interior tour of the ship. I'll do a flyover of the external of the ship too, so you can kind of see some of the main design aspects, at least from the outside of the ship. Okay. It's taking forever. I should have sped this up a little bit. Okay, we skipped ahead a little bit. Now I'm kind of rotating it out into the sunlight so we can get a better view. And right about here is when I kick on the inertia dampeners to come to a stop. And there we go. Now we're stopped. Now we're going to do a quick flyover. Ship is kind of designed to look like something that maybe a futuristic NASA might have created. It's really just one floor. There are some rooms in it that are quite large, but this is actually a smaller ship than most of the ships that I've been making. It seems small anyway from the outside. On the inside, it actually looks pretty big. In the middle there's a turret that there's actually a hole cut out in the middle of the ship, and I can actually put different modules in there and merge them with the ship. Okay, we just jumped out of the cockpit here. Let me show you the emergency escape hatch that the cockpit or bridge has. That's emergency egress in case all hell goes or anything goes to hell. You can get out of the ship fast. Of course, we have a head right next to the bridge. That's important. You've got to have your potty breaks. This is the mess hall. You got your kitchen, a couple of refrigerators, everything you would need. I have two officers' quarters that are kind of nice. It's probably I probably should have had a few more of these, but whatever. These are the only quarters that have their own personal bathrooms. Everybody else has to share. I sort of have mirrored officers' quarters, not officers, crew quarters on either side. This is just the other officers' quarters. The crew quarters we'll see after we come through this door here. It's mirrored on both the port side and starboard side of the ship. The idea here is, I guess, females could be on one side and males could be on the other side, or it could be a mix. Doesn't really matter. There's your heads. There's your toilets. Same thing on the other side. Okay, great. And we're moving down the ship. Okay, here's the main airlock. At the beginning of the video, you saw me jump off the walkway, and I actually came through this airlock here. So, in theory, we would pressurize and depressurize this chamber and come out the ship just like this. Okay, and it's of course mirrored on the other side. I'm not going to show you that. Right, Okay, here's the rec room. And basically you got your weightlifting, your your pool table, your arcade machines, yeah, whatever. Gotta have a little bit of entertainment on long space missions. Here's the medical bay. Got a few medical beds. Nice little view in the outside there. Pretty self-explanatory. Okay, now this is going to need a little explanation. This is that big hole that's cut out in the ship. We have an airlock that can take us out to that area that's cut out of the ship. Now currently I have this big giant double turret merged into the ship, and it has its own airlock, and this is just kind of a proof of concept. I haven't really done any detailing here, but you could jump in that little cockpit here and control the turrets. Of course, since it's merged with the ship, you can pilot the whole ship from that blue module, or you could control the guns from anywhere on the ship, really. I think, yeah, right here I'm going to give you a quick demo of the turret. I have to find it first. It's kind of got a goofy name, and I didn't rename them. Of course, I'm using a mod for the turrets. Here we go. Here's the top one, and we can manually control it. Of course, it can be AI controlled as well. Take a couple shots at the station. I don't really like the appearance of the asteroid. It still needs some more work. Okay, and just a quick outer view. Now this blue module, it's in the center of the ship. There's a top gun, and then there's a bottom gun. So gives it a lot of firepower. Another thing that I often do is I can actually put a welding module in there that will allow me to a welding module on one side and a projector on the other side, and it allows me to manufacture small craft. It depends on how you want to use the ship. Through here we have hydroponics. It's basically just where all the water systems are, and we have our first set of cryogenic bays. This is mirrored, at least the cryogenic bays are mirrored on each side of the craft. That's for your long deep space missions. We just kind of came out into the sort of like the armory area. I'm going to go back down here. Okay, this requires a little bit of explanation. This room is labeled maintenance. These are basically the two pistons that operate the port landing gear. They extend down and have the landing gear on them. This is inside the hydroponics bay. Little control panel there. We can see the two reactors in there, and that's the reactor room. I think we're going to go in there in a second here. I kind of put an airlock on here just to safety precautions. I will go there in a second. Here's the green room. So on the port side we had the hydroponics bay. On the starboard side we have the green room. More cryogenic bays. And we'll go back through here, kind of making a circle. Here's another maintenance room. This is the starboard side landing gear pistons. And then now we're in the green room. And that's where we'd grow some food, perhaps. Okay. Now we're going to go into the reactor room. And the reactor room's kind of two stories. Here's the main computer cores. We got two of them for redundancy. Let's go the opposite direction. And okay, actually we're gonna go back in the barracks here. And that's where you'd arm yourself and put on your spacesuit. And oh, here's the assemblers. We have a whole bunch of assemblers, so we can do a lot of assembling. On the other side, we have the refineries, so we can do full production from the ship. Here's the airlock going into the main cargo room, and here's the hangar. There's the big cargo doors. Oh, and we can shoot up this little chute here, and come into a little control room where we can turn the lights on and off in the hangar, and we can of course open up that hangar bay door. which is pretty cool. Usually I have my hangar bay doors slide outwards, but this time I had this one rotate up, more like a garage door. Wasn't really a lot of room in the back there to make the doors slide out like there is here. Of course, I'm using a mod for that one door there, and then the hangar door, you know, it's just standard blocks. And then we're out the rear of the ship, and that is about it. Oh, I have connectors that actually extend out the side of the ship, and I'm not showing them those here in this video. But that's about it. Have a good one.